Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. I'm actually going to be showing you what I've been working on with my Z here. We got the suspension under it. Those are the wheels off the 2+2, as you can probably tell. But Matt has been hard at work on this car. He's actually sanded and cut and waxed the paint here, or the clear coat. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm actually speechless, to be honest with you, about this car. It just has turned out absolutely just beautiful. Wish I could see my camera screen. There we go. Let me back up a little bit. It's absolutely gorgeous. The only thing I gotta check out is why it's set so high. I don't know why that's setting as high as it is. That is the 260Z rear suspension and everything, so I don't know what that's all about. Of course, it doesn't have anything in it, so it may change when I load it with everything, but just got the hood hinges installed here. I'm actually starting to assemble this car a little bit today. Just got those in there. Wow. I don't think this camera's going to do this thing justice, honestly. It's beautiful. Everything about this car just looks great. He's actually coated the inside. We did the underside. And what I'm actually doing right now, I'm working on this one. Matt works on the hood and stuff over there. He's doing some little extra things for me. But right now I'm actually working on putting in all new stainless steel hardware in the doors and the hinges. We got just some bolts in there just to keep this thing together so he could line up all the gaps and stuff. So now I'm going to be putting in all the rest of the screws, taking out the screws he used just to set the gaps. Once I get all the other screws in there, so we can keep the alignment in. I got the steering column in just temporarily. It's just kind of halfway bolted in there with the pedal assembly I've restored. Wow. You know, like I say, I'm speechless. This car is just such a different car than what it was when I brought it to Matt. Well, actually I bought it from Matt. This is it's actually where this car started. I came and looked at it at this very shop, and it was just so rust free that I had to have it. And that's, you know, at that time I was discouraged about my 2+2, the rust damage in it. And so between the 2+2 and this car, we're going to have a really nice car. But I'm going to get all the bolts in this thing, and what an amazing car. Let me take you here. I'll show you the hatch lid here. Matt's still got a little bit of work to do to it, I think, as far as the you know, buffing and waxing, but it's, I don't know, feels pretty smooth to me. He's actually fixing up some felt under my hood for me just to dress up a little bit more, because he had this material. Wow. And it is just absolutely amazing. I think we're going to, I'm going to keep these wheels because I really like these. They're American Racing Spectra wheels, I found out. But they don't match the car, the color of the car, because they're actually painted to match the 2+2 I had. I may try to relocate another wheel for this side because it's, you know, it's got a lot of corrosion and oxidation on it, and it actually has a slow leak on this particular rim. But I'm going to try to find me another one of those wheels. I might try to find two to have one as a spare, or just keep that one as a spare in the back. But and here's the man himself. Thanks for all your work, Matt.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate it. And of course, he's the same one we got all the other Z's. So we got some adventures.
Turned out nice.
Yeah, it did. It looks great. Can you feel your arm?
It's a lot of work, a lot of sanding.
All that sanding and buffing and. Anyways, guys, I'll bring you back as I get some things done here. Alright, we got the hood on here. Slowly doing alignment. We got to raise the fenders up just a hair to fix the gap here, but we got gap set on both sides here. Of course, the cowl This panel here is still loose, so we just got a rag there. It's kind of sharp on that corner. Wow. You're probably going to hear me say wow a lot in this video. I'm going to ease this thing open here. Got the torsion rods back in the hinge here. All new bolts. Of course, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Stainless steel hardware. Hinges, there's our torsion rods. That's such a cool design Nissan did with these torsion rods. It doesn't use any kind of little spring or anything like that. It just uses those torsion rods to make the tension on the hood. Did the underside here with the fabric. It's glued really good on there so it doesn't fall off for fire hazard reasons. There's that. Of course, I'm gonna get back on the door here. I've still got to get these bolts here. Help Matt get the hood set. Alright, progress is being made. Yeah, so wait, we got to loosen the fenders up. The front's got to go up just a hair on these fenders so we get the gap set. But what a beautiful car. Got some handprints now, of course, because we've been handling this thing, but pretty sweet. Alright, I just went over the cowl real quick. I did this while I was here. And got it all pour 15. Because it wasn't rusty at all and already had the primer in it. It's just extra protection for the areas where it was hard to get the primer. Just give it an extra coat, because this is, you know, where all the water goes. But looks really good. Still gotta, you know, wash it and everything, but there's our hood supports again. The sun's kind of gone down now. You can see it a little bit better, I think. And there's our hood. And also I went on and got the hinge locations here at 415, just extra protection once again, just to make sure everything's well protected when we put this thing back together. And also got all the stainless steel bolts and all the doors. So we got the stainless steel bolts and everything, as well as the, maybe you guys can see this, as well as the mounts for the actual car. And I think tomorrow we're actually going to come pick this up. Me and my dad's going to bring a trailer, and it's going back to my place to start getting harnesses and engine and all that good stuff. But absolutely beautiful car. Shut that door. All the body lines are still good. Looks good. Like I say, I'm very so speechless just how good this car looks. Really can't get over how good it's turned out here. But anyways, there'll be some more updates here very soon. Here's a little bonus footage for you guys too. Been working on this 72-240 and just getting it revived right now, seeing if it's going to work. Some of you may have saw the short video I made, real short, of this thing actually running. But last time I was here, I replaced the starter. The starter was no good. Took all the spark plugs out, filled the cylinders up with Marvel Mystery Oil, and just let the rings and everything soak for a little while, because this car's been sitting for, you know, I don't know how long. This one has the Weber DGVs on it, carburetors, and got to you know, probably rebuild those. I'm sure the accelerator pump and all that's gone. But what we're going to do today is we're actually going to see if we can get it to run on some true fuel here just a little bit. I want to at least hear it run a little bit longer than it has. Because all you've seen run was in that little short I made, and I mean, it was literally just a little bit of all I had was some starting fluid, just put just a little bit in there. I don't like doing that. You got it to crank up and actually fire. But replace the starter. Took a ignition coil off one of our other cars here. It's bad, but the ignition coil was bad on this one, so I've got it wired in over here and just setting down here. But this is it. This is we're gonna see if we can make this thing run here. But you can hear it turn over. I got it turned over by the key, so I got all electrical stuff fixed in it. As you can see, I can actually turn it over by the key. We don't have any fuel in it right now, but it's got a little gallop in it, but I think it's just because it's been sitting for so long. But we'll see what it does here. let me put some fuel down here. I'll bring you guys back after I get at this thing. I'm gonna put some fuel in the vent tube, let the bowls fill up, kind of test these carburetors out a little bit and see what works and what doesn't here. We're missing a linkage. I can't rev it up from inside the car, but we can actually, you know, rev it up here. All that's still free and moves good. The chokes are open. It's got mechanical choke. They're opened up. So let's see what we can do here. Let me put some fuel down the carbs and we'll see what happens. Alright, let's put some fuel down the carbs here. Let's see what it does. I don't think it actually went in the bowl. Let's see if it'll fire up here. There it goes. I think I flooded a little bit. There we go. Trying. It is trying. Of course, that's 2-stroke fuel too, so it's good for it. I think we're out of fuel. That's the longest I've heard it run. Try a little bit more in the bowls and get this thing where it'll try to fill this bowl up. I was pouring it down here. I don't think that's the vent because I can see it coming out into the actual throttle down there, the chamber. Anyways, we'll try this again. Alright, let's try this again. I believe I may have flooded at that time. The accelerator pumps are working though. Put it up a little bit. Just get here and jump and turn it down as soon as it cranks. Almost. It's working. The accelerator pump seems to be working too pretty good. That's the most this car has ran in a long time. So I'm gonna run it too long. We don't have any coolant hooked up, but that rascal runs. That's great news. So my accelerator pump's working. You can hear that squirting there. I can see it squirting in there. That one I don't know if it is working or not. That one is. Crank it back up here, give it some squirts. Oh, we got a bad connection over here on our battery too. As one of my favorite YouTubers says, I need a Lone Wolf 6000 connected to the starter over here. Let's try that. Bad connection. But anyways, that's really what I wanted to hear. We'll see how it runs. I'm going to try to get a little bit more fuel in this one so I can get the accelerator pumps if it's working. That one. This one here is working great though. I can see it squirting fuel. I can hear it. But this one here, I don't think I have enough fuel in it yet to... Yeah, it's not squirting in there yet. But I'm going to flood it out if I'm not careful by doing that. So we get a better connection. We'll try it one more time here. So I'll burn that fuel out. I'll just put down that cylinder if I can. There it goes. Got a little blow by. Not bad though. It doesn't like throttle yet. If we're to sit there and idle somewhat decent, that's a big accomplishment. Let me put a little bit more fuel in it. We'll try it one more time here. I'm going to let it cool down just a few minutes because we do have aluminum head on this engine and no coolant, so I don't want to get it too hot. But that's great. This is going to be one we're going to fix up. It looks kind of rough now because it's really dirty. It's got moss literally growing on the fender. I think we'll name this one Mossy Oak. I think it's a good name for this one. Of course, they're all a little mossy. They're all pretty bad there, but that's some good progress. So yeah, this is going to be a runner though, definitely. I don't hear any knocking or anything weird in the engine. It's got a little miss on the cylinders, but once again, that could just be because the rings have been sitting for so long. They probably got to get warm again and come back alive on this, but that's great. Well, let me try this one more time. I'm going to let it cool down. I'll bring you guys back. We'll try to crank it again here. All right, let's try this again. Just refilled the bowls. We flooded it a little bit. Let me get a little bit of throttle again. Just a little flooded. Let that throttle stick open just a hair. Come on. Yep, and we lost power. Gotta get these battery connectors replaced. We also gotta put a battery box in this one. The battery box is gone. Not uncommon on these cars though. So I think this is a 1972 model. It's actually built in 1971, so it's an early car. Yeah, I gotta get this. Between fighting the carburetors and fighting the bad connections, 'cause it's definitely this terminal here. Try that. No, not yet. It's gonna be a lot of editing just walking around the cart. Get that to connect. Come on. Come on. We got a little skip going on, but like I say, it's got to be expected. The plugs are old too, so. A little bit more throttle here. That's good though. Luckily the linkage is just stiff enough to hold for me. Once again, that might have been all the fuel too. Let's see. Yeah, that one came alive too. We got the squirters now working. I say squirters, the accelerator pumps. There we go. Because I didn't clean those carbs or anything, so. Just for idle. Yeah, I don't want to idle. Of course, we may not have enough fuel in it either. Yeah, both the, I probably flooded it almost. the accelerator pumps are working in both carburetors. That's actually surprising. I don't want to come off idle. Probably have some clogged jets and stuff. Of course, we may not have the bowls all the way full yet either. We're not delivering fuel to these things. I don't know if you can see it down there. I can't see my camera screen, but we are shooting fuel down in there. So get that throttle stick open just a hair. Since I'm working it, it's getting better. I don't want to stick anymore. It doesn't like wide open throttle. Give it one more shot. Yeah. I think we're just out of fuel in this one over here. So we're really running on one bank, I think, is what's happening here. Because we got one bowl with more fuel in it than the other. Yeah, it don't want to come off throttle. Yeah, we're out of fuel in this one. That's our problem. If we put just a little fuel in each of them, we'll just pour a little bit down the carbs here so we can get it run more balanced here this way. It doesn't take very much for these carbs. It's really only running 3 cylinders per inline 6. Let's do that. She's trying. Of course, that coil could also be our problem too. It is an old coil, and it's just about out of liquid. I can actually shake it and hear the fluid in the coil. So I know it's definitely not healthy. So it could also have some timing issues with that coil. I was going to try to get it to run a little bit one more time. We'll try it one more time here. And we'll call it a day. I think we still got a little bit of accelerator pump working here. Let's give this a shot. Yeah, there we go. Almost, come on. Yeah, I think that's it. But anyways, that's about as good as we're going to get it to run here. Because like I said, I don't have any of the fuel line hooked up. You can see the fuel pump's disconnected. Got the line disconnected over there. So we got to run on new line. Got to clean the carburetors up regardless. They need good cleaning. And I just hope they're jetted correctly. There's like 7 jets per carburetor, for those that don't know. And so there's a lot of things you have to set. But these already been on this engine. I'm hoping they've already been set up. So maybe that's all it is. We got some vacuum. Yeah. It's okay. Let's put that back on there. Yeah, we got some vacuum leaks, I'm sure, here too, from all these old rotten hoses and the line going into our booster over here. But anyways, that's a good look at this car here. We've got a runner, which is great news, and it's not a bad looking car. You know, overall it's one we're definitely going to clean up here and have a really nice little 240. Also, I just realized I hadn't really showed you guys this car yet. This is I thought it was an early Series 2 240, but come to find out based off the VIN, it's actually a 73, but it's had some downgrades to make it look like an early Series 2, such as the lock and gas cap lid and the vertical defrost glass. But it's actually a 73. It's a 150058 VIN number. But I got the numbers in here. I'll show you what this looks like on the inside. It's not a bad car. I think this is going to be one we're going to fix up because it's really not that bad. But it's got a complete dash and everything in it. All the gauges are in it. Of course, it's got tons of stuff. We might make a video. I might actually make a video going through this car because it's full in the back with all kinds of stuff. But it does have door skins still in it. I think window regulators work. Yeah, window regulators do work in this one. It's got a complete engine minus the carburetor and intake, but I got the intake and stuff in the other shop because it was off the car. But I just set it in there. Still got the early steering wheel on it. But this is one I just want to show you real quick. I almost forgot to show you guys this one. But the reason I didn't know what it was, because it's missing that little plate, which I'll have one of those made for it. I've got a guy that actually makes those. It does a really good job. He's actually made some new ones for my 260, because I'm just putting fresh ones on it. But the hood is not bolted in. But I'll see if I can lift up here and show you guys what's left of the engine. There's the engine. It's an E88 head. Still got a battery tray in this one. It's not rusted out. It's in good shape. I mean, basically it's a pretty good shape Datsun. The door's a little ate up down here, but yeah, I forgot I made a short on this car, but I didn't really. It was still in the trailer, and the latches are broke on the outside, so I have to crawl through the trunk to open the door on this thing, so I don't shut it all the way. But we got a spare fuse panel here. But yeah, it's not a bad looking car. The seats might actually clean up pretty good. That's pretty rough. I don't gonna lie to you, it's not great, but none of these cars are at first. You got to work on them. That's the key. But this car, it looks like it was originally automatic. I should point that out too before I shut this door. You can see it was an automatic, and they actually cut it out and put a manual in it. I believe it's got a 4-speed in it. I'm pretty sure it does. 2, 4. Yeah, it's a 4-speed. Yep, it's a 4-speed. It's got a little 4-speed in it. But not a bad car. I mean, all the interior panels are in it. Shut this door. Oil all the hinges really good. I'll try to crack that door there. But there's what's in the trunk. We got some manuals, and we got the little piece that goes around the tail lights. I think the tail lights may be in here. I don't know. I think we'll make a video one day of just going through this car and seeing what all this stuff is, because I really don't know what's all in it, to be honest with you. We unloaded it, parked it here, and that's really been about it. But there's the turd 280. Some of you guys may remember the turd. This is where it ended up. I hadn't already pointed that out. And there's our golden 240 down there that we just got running, or got to fire up. Let me put it that way. I still got to drop the fuel tank. I got to clean all the sending unit. But next thing I think I'm going to do with that car is actually hook up a external fuel cell, just so we can deliver fuel to the carburetors correctly, and actually see if those carburetors are doing what they're actually supposed to do as far as the floats and jets. The accelerator pumps are working. That's great news. But anyways, I just want to show you that car as well right quick. I hadn't showed you that one. It's not a bad looking car. It's got, you know, some rocker damage and stuff like that, and dog leg is damaged, but you know, nothing that can't be fixed. But like I say, the battery tray and all that's still solid. There's no rust in the battery tray, which is, you know, fairly rare for these cars. But anyways, there'll be more to come here very soon, guys. I know I keep saying that, but there really is. But you guys take care.